Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Garden of Proserpine by A.C. Swinburne. Here, Swinburne has used the story of Proserpine, who is the daughter of Ceres, that is the goddess of earth, and Zeus, who is the god of gods. Proserpine's garden is actually near the border of Hades, which is the kingdom of the dead, and this is actually described by Homer. And Proserpine actually was blessed by her mother during spring and summer. That is, she'll be with her mother during spring and summer, and when autumn arrives, she'll go back to the underworld. So, sowing and harvesting are the seasons which are suggested as symbols of Proserpine's appearance. That is, during that time she'll be on the earth, and after that she will go back to the underworld. And there was a popular belief that Proserpine was the goddess of sleep. And this imagery of the garden of Proserpine is also typical of the decay of the world, and definitely not about immortality, because sowing and harvesting is described there. Sowing can be your birth and harvesting can be your death. And the poem also expresses not only the inevitability of death in this terrestrial world, but it also tells about how death is something which should be desired. Therefore, we can take the theme of the poem as death wish. The poet listens to the faint sound of the dying storm and the roaring of the remarkable sea, and it is as though it is a dream for him. But life around him is so brisk and busy, and people are reaping the corns which they had already sown. And this cycle is repeated, that is, they'll sow, they'll harvest, again they'll sow, they'll harvest. And people seem to enjoy life. At the same time, they face all the miseries and agonies in this world. But the poet feels that he is always surrounded by gloom. Life should be a mixture of extreme feelings of joy, sorrow, and tears for him. And the atmosphere on earth also becomes monotonous for him. Hopes and aspirations of today get convened into cold hopes and aspirations of tomorrow. And his desires are all unfulfilled and his power is unrecognized. Therefore, as a result, he is frustrated and feels that he is in a pathetic situation. He yearns for an eternal sleep because he wants to escape from this world and wants to enjoy the world of calmness and peace. Therefore, he wants to be in association with Proserpine because she is the goddess of sleep. In the garden of Proserpine, there is a life as well as death. The roar of the wind and wave never reach their region. It is far away from the world of sorrows, because in this world of sorrows we have weak spirits which are drifted away by like wrecked ships which are drowning. Blossoming plants, creeping vines, and bright bushes are unfamiliar to the garden of Proserpine. The fields of earth are green and growing, whereas Proserpine's buds and leaves are blown buds of barren flowers and wild leaves that winds have shaken. The permanence of things makes life ultimately as barren as death. We come across the buds of poppies that never blossom on leafless plants. The fragrance and spirit of life are unknown in this field. Everything puts on a pale color, the ghastly hue of death. Only poisonous draughts are available here. All things embraced sleep like a helpless, desolate soul till the pale morning dawns, and no one can escape the hands of death. After death, we are neither rewarded in heaven for our good deeds or punished for our sins. Since ever ardent love always surrenders to death, there is nothing eternal of anything of value which has eternal value, particularly in this terrestrial world. While Proserpine was the daughter of the earth, she was a symbol of fertility and growth. After she became the queen of Pluto, the god of death, the same Proserpine brought about ruin, decay, and disaster. Young and old queens, sweet and bitter memories, and uncherished dreams and hopes are all yesterday's call. Death is to be preferred because it is not only solution to all our miseries and sorrows, but at the same time it puts an end to our aspirations and hopes. Finally, death enables us to learn the philosophy of life, that things are born only to perish. So, the Garden of Prosperen is to be preferred because it is an escape from the grim realities of life. Swinburne never believes in the immortality of the soul. The poem exhibits the disappointment and frustration of the young mind. The poem begins by establishing the contrast between the stillness of the garden and the fast world of men and moves on to the description of the garden of Prosperen and her power over the world and ends with an expression of relief at the ultimate cessation of all things. Now let's read the poem. Here, where the world is quiet, here, where all trouble seems, dead winds and spent waves riot, in doubtful dreams of dreams. So he says everything is very quiet here. It is as though nothing is moving. It is as though we are in a dream of dreams. I watch the green field growing, for reaping folk and sowing, for harvest time and mowing, a sleepy world of stream. In this human world, everything is growing, everything is moving. We are finding people who keep reaping and they sow again and they reap. The harvest time and everything is moving like the stream. I am tired of tears and laughter and men that laugh and weep, of what may come hereafter for men that sow to reap. He says life is full of happiness, life is full of sorrows. So men laugh and the men weep. And whatever is going to happen, men keep continuing to do the same thing. It's a cycle. They sow only to reap. I am weary of days and hours, blown buds of barren flowers, desires and dreams and past, and everything but sleep. So he says, I'm tired of this life because day after day it is the same. So I do have certain desires, but everything seems to be sleep. Nothing is happening to me, nothing good is happening to me. Here life has death for neighbor, and far from eye or ear. Wan waves and wet winds labor, weak ships and spirits steer. They drift adrift and wither, they wot not who make thither. But no such winds blow hither, and no such things grow here. But in this garden of prosperity, nothing grows. Everything is already faded. And in human world, what happens is it's almost like a wrecked ship because people are doing their work. It is a cycle. But at the end, they are only going to be like a wrecked ship. But in this land, everything is different. There is no wind even to blow. And there is nothing which is going to grow here. No growth of moor or coppice, no heather flower or wine, but bloomless buds of poppies, green grapes of prosperity. Nothing is here. Nothing is green here. Even the poppies don't bloom. Even the grapes are green here in Prosperine. Pale beads of blowing rushes, where no leaf blooms or blushes, save this wear out she crushes, for dead man deadly wine. So here we find that there are no leaves that are going to bloom, there are no blushes, and all she does is she crushes deadly wine for dead men. Pale without name or number in fruitless fields of corn, they bow themselves and slumber all night till light is born. Everything here is pale, nothing has a name, nothing has a number, and even the corns in the field are fruitless. And they bow themselves, and it is as though night is there till light is coming. That is, it is only night till day comes. And like a soul belated in hell and heaven unmated, by cloud and mist abated, comes out of darkness moon. It is as though the hell and heaven don't meet at all. It is totally different. And everything is very dark till we get the morning here. Though one way strong as seven, he too with death shall dwell, nor wake with wings in heaven, nor weeps for pains in hell. See, nothing is as sure as you can say. It is not that we are going to go to heaven or we are going to suffer in pain in hell. Nothing is sure. Though one way fair as roses, his beauty clouds and closes, and well though love reposes, in the end it is not well. You may be beautiful now, but that beauty is not going to stay with you forever. It is going to leave you. You may be in love now, but that love also has to end. That is, after your death, what will happen to the love? It is also going to end. Pale beyond porch and portal, crowned with calm leaves, she stands, who gathers all things mortal with cold immortal hands. Now, Proserpine is immortal, she has no death. And where is she? She is in the land of death. And she stands and she collects all the mortal things in her immortal hands. Her hands are always there, there is no death for her. Her languid lips are sweeter than love's who fears to greet her. To men that mix and meet her for many times and lands. Her lips are very sweet, but everyone fears to go and meet her because she is in the land of death. And from many times, because this has been happening for a long time, and from different lands, people come to meet her with fear. No one wants to die. She waits for each another, she waits for all men born. Forgets the earth her mother, the life of fruits and corn. And here Proserpine, since she is in the land of death, she waits for all the men in this world born to die and go to her. And in this she forgets even her mother who is the earth. And her mother is the one who gives fruits and corns. That is, her mother is a sign of prosperity. And spring and seed and swallow take wings for her and follow. Where summer song rings hollow and flowers are put to scorn. They go the loves that wither, the old loves with wearier wings, and all dead years draw thither, and all disastrous things. Everything in this world will die one day. And as they die, they have to become a disastrous thing because they go to death. Dead dreams of days forsaken, blind buds that snows have shaken, wild leaves that winds have taken, red strays of ruined springs. So everything around her, everything is ruined, everything is in the dead mode. We are not sure of sorrow, and joy was never sure. Today will die tomorrow, time stoops to no man's lure. See, nothing is permanent here. Whatever is today is past tomorrow. Tomorrow is telling that today is dead. So, time will not stop for any man's pleasure. Man may want the time to stop. Man may want to enjoy his youth. Man may want to enjoy his time here. But time will not stop for anyone. And love grown faint and fretful, with lips but half regretful, sighs and with eyes forgetful, weeps that no loves endure. Everything will faint, even your love. Whatever we have said, we'll have to regret. We only have to sigh because days just fly. For too much love of living, from hope and fear set free, we thank with brief thanksgiving whatever gods may be. See, but thing is, we should understand that is, death frees us from hope and fear. And therefore, we have to thank God for giving death to mankind. That no life lives forever, that dead men rise up never, that even the weariest river winds some way safe to sea. See, life cannot go on forever because those who are born have to die, and once you die, you don't come back. We should understand that even the river has to end up in the sea. It feels safe when it reaches the sea. Same way, human beings also must feel safe when they face death, because after death, you need not fear, you need not have any hope. You can just live a peaceful life. Then star nor sun shall waken, nor any change of light. After you die, you need not wake up because sun has come. You can just be in eternal sleep. Nor sound of water shaken, nor any sound or sight. After that, nothing in this world will disturb you. Nor wintry leaves, nor vernal, nor days, nor things diurnal. Only the sleep eternal in an eternal sleep. Because after your death, you are always in your eternal sleep, which will give you peace and comfort. No more hopes, no more fears. And that is what he says in this poem. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.